Hello and very good evening. My name is Supriya, and today I'm here to explain you the concept of time complexity and space complexity. So basically, I would like to say firstly that there are millions of ways to solve a particular problem. I mean, you cannot rely on only one solution to solve a particular problem. So you have millions of ways. Now you have to find that in that millions of solutions, which is the one solution which is going to require the lesser time. That is known as time complexity. Now, the concept is like this that why we, I mean, how do we calculate the time complexity? So basically, which is the basic factor to calculate that time complexity? So time complexity is based on the number of inputs which you are giving to your code. Okay, that input is something which is the first very line that how many times your code is going to run, which is n number of times or k number of times, and you need to add on to that things, then you will be getting big of n or whatever. So based on these type of calculation, you will be getting different types of answers. Now your task is this, that you have to calculate that which code is going to require lesser time. If the code is requiring lesser time, more times of more number of different etc or other types of codes can be executed after that particular code. Because being a owner of a company, if you are a owner of a company, suppose, okay, and you have to do several tasks. You have to prepare for the product, you have to look after the customer feedback and all that. So these are the huge number of data which cannot be handled by human itself, right? For that particular thing, you need to record that all data in your computer, and you have to suppose you have to calculate the percentage. So you have to set your code in such a way that your code must be requiring lesser time to execute, so that you can attend more and more customers, right? What I'm trying to say is that suppose you have a you have to find that how many customers are want, I mean, how many customers want 40% of discount. Okay, so you have to run your code in such a way that 40%, if your input is equal to 40%, then please count plus plus. Okay, that is the code. And if you are writing a longer code, okay, so your code is definitely going to execute in more time, right? And your task is this, you have to attend more number of customers, so definitely you must be preparing your code in such a way that your code takes less time, so that you can attend more number of customers. So that is why time complexity is important to study. Because if you are not doing that, definitely your customer rate is going to be less, definitely your customer rate is going to suffer because of this, and because of this your company may be in loss. So that is why we study time complexity, in which we just see that how much time is being required by a particular code to get executed, so that we can perform number of different operations on that particular period of time. Right, now coming to space complexity. Now why space complexity is needed? Space complexity, space, the name itself is saying something space, I mean something related to memory, right? Why memory is important? If your computer is just having 32 bit of data storage capacity, okay, and the customer feedback is much more than 64 bits, okay, so how your computer is going to take over to that 64 bits? It will definitely going to crash. So that's why you need to calculate that how much a particular data is requiring a space or a temporary space in your particular memory or your particular data or whatever in which you are feeding your these feedbacks and all. Okay, so that is why time complexity and space complexity both are such important, that you have to you have to find out the most optimized code, so that you can run multiple codes in order to acquire your desired result, right? And you have to of course see the space in which that particular data is going to be fed, that data is going to be resting over that particular space. So that's why you need both these things simultaneously. You cannot just study time complexity and you can be, I mean, you will be able to run a good company. that is not going to happen. You have to study space complexity as well, because memory and the time both are important in a particular company. And of course computer runs on something which is known as memory and time. So that's how I understood the time complexity and space complexity. And so whatever I was aware of, I just explained you. So that's it from my end. Thank you.